Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. Blessings to you all. Tonight's meditation, we're going to be focusing on our I am presence and also our three lower chakras with our heart chakra. Next week, we'll be moving from our heart up to our higher chakras as well. First of all, let's take some hand exercises. We're going to stretch out our fingers and thumb in front, stretch them out as wide as you can, really activating them in this stretch. And then pulse the fingers, the thumb to center and out again to the stretch. Keep that going a bit faster. Each time noticing the fascia, the skin, the muscles, the joints, all creating this vibrant expression of starlight, of stars, of expansion called spanda in yogic terminology. Keep that going a few more times, noticing your forearms may be activated and heat building through your palms. Great, let's soften the fingers and the thumb to make soft little fists, and then circle your wrist round one way and the other. Lovely. Let's take our hands to our shoulders and we'll do the same with our elbows, circling the elbows wide to the sides, noticing your shoulder blades, lifting up your gaze, your heart, lifting through your spine, lifting up from your pelvis, feel your shoulders and your heart opening wide in all directions, 360 degrees around. And then lowering your hands down. Have a shrug of your shoulders to just shake that off a bit. Let's now take our palms forward in front of us. And then with an inhale, we're going to lift them up softly, feeling the subtle energy of our heart field and our aura. And exhale, send the hands down from your crown, through your heart, all the way to your root. Keep that going, slowing the breath down as much as you can. And perhaps you breathe with the exhale slightly longer. So you're slowing it down even more on the exhale to drop into your parasympathetic nervous system, being balanced and harmonized. Let's take one more of these breaths through our heart field, through our aura. And exhale, softening down, noticing your legs, your feet on the ground. Great. We'll move the hands in front again, palms facing up, and then turn one palm down, one palm stays up, then turn them the other way. And this confuses our brain and helps us just drop into a clearer, calmer state. Noticing the inner and outer edges of the forearms, the arms as you turn one hand and then the other oppositely. Great. Take the palms facing each other now. And then as you inhale, we're going to expand the hands out wide to a big circle. Sorry you can't see my other hand, I've just noticed that. As you exhale, take the palms towards each other until you feel a bit of resistance with the energy of your heart and the energy from your hand chakras pulsing. With an inhale, wide again, noticing the energy, so don't rush or go too fast. As you exhale, slowing down into center, drawing lower belly in to yoke your core. One more, inhale, widening the hands out away from each other, lifting your heart. Exhale, softening the hands back down to that middle point and towards each other again. Great, hold them in front of you for a moment. Let's just feel into the shoulder blades relaxing down the back. And then twinkle and shake them out in front of you. Palms facing down. Shake them palms facing up. Notice the rotation of your arms. And then let's press our palms together, please, at our heart center. We're going to take 3 ohms, or you can choose a humming noise instead if you prefer to hum. We'll practice the humming pranayama Brahmari, humming bee breath, after this as well for 3 rounds. So 3 rounds of Om, the primordial sound of creation from the universe. The creation was from sound, from this mighty declaration and celebration of life. Om celebrates creation inside of you and all around you. And let's move our sound of Om up through us from the base of our pelvis, our root chakra, all the way up to our crown chakra, feeling the vibrations, tuning yourself to your own vibration of your own sound, and tuning the room around you, the area around you, with this attunement of Om, of creation. Let's close our eyes. Take a big deep breath to prepare, please. And then with an inhale, filling up fully. And as you exhale, sighing out. Let's inhale up to the crown of our head and exhale Om now. Om. 2 more Oms or humming breath, inhaling. Om. Take a big breath of your own rhythm again, noticing how you feel with that vibration through you. Now taking a big inhale, and exhale, sighing out again, relaxing your jaw. Taking an inhale to fill up, and next let's close our lips, close our mouth, and hum. One more. Noticing how you feel with a full big breath again. Filling up as you inhale and sighing out as you exhale. Opening your eyes and your arms out to the sides wide. Exhale, cross one arm over the other and hug into center, giving yourself softness and bowing your head to round your back. Inhale, lift the arms wide again like heart wings. Lift your heart and gaze perhaps. Exhale, cross the other arm over the top this time, hugging yourself. Feel your shoulders relaxing, your spine rounding. Twice more. Inhale to lift up and open, expanding your heart. Exhale to hug into center, hugging you. One more time. Inhale, lifting up, looking up. And exhale, the other arm across again as you hug yourself with softness, with self-love. Coming up to a center point and then gently just moving your hands down your arms to your wrists. And gently just caress your hands with softness. Just a few breaths here. Notice your breath. Notice the softness of your breath, the steadiness of your breath. And we'll join our hands together again at our heart center. Close your eyes and sit with a long, tall spine with a center line of you. So we practice I am presence meditation. You can keep your hands simply in Anjali Mudra, or take the palms to face your heart, or taking Gaya Mudra, index finger and thumb touching. The index finger represents individual I, you, and the thumb represents consciousness, the connection to all, the universe, the universal one. And both together create a circle of life. The seal of life of a mudra means seal. And the circle of the seasons of your breath. And holding this mudra, we turn the palms up and just place them down to your thigh, knee area, relaxing your shoulders. With an upward turned palm, it lifts up through our body. And you can also turn the palms down, placing them down on your thigh, knee area again. And this grounds you a little bit more, dropping you down. So notice which one you like the best, choosing either palms up or palms down, hands to your heart in your own way. And as you ground to your legs, your feet, the soles of your feet, notice the earth below, lengthening up through your spine. Let's take big deep breaths, noticing the rhythm of your breath, the smoothness of your breath. And if you would like to slow down your exhale anymore to calm your nervous system, to let go of stress, you're really welcome to. Otherwise, let's notice the breath to the count of 6 with both inhale and exhale through the nostrils, closing the lips, noticing the breath to the back of the throat with Ujjayi breath, victorious breath, as this tones the vagus nerve at the back of the throat, creating a sound of ocean waves, also called ocean breath. And Ujjayi translates as victorious breath, the victory of yourself being able to center in the mind, body, and heart with I am presence. Keeping your breath flowing through. And now let's notice how we are sitting, how our body is, and how our clothes are on our body, our physical body. And if you were to describe yourself, starting with I am, and how you are sat tonight, just noticing that. What would this be for you? And then expand this awareness from our heart field out to the area around us, and notice what you would describe around you, your room, and how you are in the room. And then taking your awareness out even more, as if you could move your perception to be with your whole house and living area, and where you reside in your street, starting with I am, perhaps, where you are living. Now noticing your awareness in your area as to who you are, what you do in life, with your hobbies, with your work, with your home. And how would you describe yourself, starting I am, with your connection to community and to your own self, I am presence. Now widening this even more to where you are in the country that you live in, your area. And widening this even more to the whole of the country you live in. How would you describe yourself with the country that you reside in or your nationality? Taking this even further, expanding it to the continent that you live in, the seas, the mountains, the sands, the rivers, the valleys. And if you could expand your awareness even more to be with your ion presence all around the world, how would this be for you? How could you describe yourself with the awareness of connection to the whole world? I am. Expanding this even more now to be beyond the world, to the planets, the sun and the moon, to be twinkling with the stars. And if you were to describe yourself again, starting I am, how would this be? Imagining you're way up high in the cosmos and the universe. And if you were to describe yourself again from the farthest reaches of the galaxy, how would this be? And as if you could look down on yourself now, looking down to the world, the area and continent, the country you live in, to your street, your house, your room, and yourself seated. If you were to describe yourself again, coming back down to yourself and centering, grounding with your legs, your feet, the soles of your feet, how would your I am presence describe you now? Noticing the messages, noticing the energy, noticing the subtle softness, and the awareness of love and peace. Let's press our hands together at our heart center once again, and then bow to our hearts, our inner teachers, our soul. Bowing to each other as a circle of healing light, bowing to the world with the circle of healing light all around. You can now lie down if you prefer to get really relaxed and comfortable, or if you like sitting up still, please lengthen through your spine, soften your shoulders and stay as you are. You may like to connect to the mudra, Gyan mudra again. Gyan means wisdom, touching your index finger and thumb tip together once again. Our index finger represents the element of air connected to our heart chakra. And the thumb represents the element of fire connected to our solar plexus. Our little finger connects to our water of the sacral chakra, and our ring finger connects to our root chakra. Also, the middle finger connects to your throat with space element, ether. So let's lie down or sit with a long, tall, comfortable spine, softening your shoulders And allowing your eyes to be soft, relaxed and closed. Noticing the back of your sockets, the back of the eyes, back of the jaw with your breath again. And as you breathe through your nose, create this smooth, steady breath with your equanimous breath or a slightly longer exhale, deeply relaxing, softening through, grounding to the earth through your legs, feet and soles of feet again. And now with a breath, let's breathe the earth energy up actively through us. So inviting the earth energy to recharge and renew the whole of your system with red earth light. Keep that going. And as you exhale, notice the back of the body, the back of the spine, softening the energy down like you are washing it, bathing your spine to your tailbone, your root. Inhale, lifting up through the front of the body, expanding your belly, your heart. Exhale, softening down through your spine, the back of your body to your root. Now let's focus with our root chakra, Muladhara, red earth energy, into our pelvis and the base of our spine, our tailbone, our root here. As you breathe around, your chakras are wheels of light. We feel into the whole circumference around the pulsation, the rhythm. Maybe you can notice like a beat or swirling energy there. With red earth energy, our root chakra connects us to stability, to our path, to our journey, to safety, to grounding, energy, and to our physical body, to our bones, our muscles, our blood, the sinews, the tissues, the fascia, the skin, the hairs, nails, teeth, all of your physical body through your root chakra. So really charging this up with your breath, with your intention, noticing around your root chakra and to the back of your root chakra. And if there's any energy there that feels a bit denser, feels a bit sticky, and would like to be cleared, let's take 3 sighing breaths now. Inhaling, filling up with red earth energy. Exhale, sighing out. Inhale to fill up again, lifting the front of your body. Exhale, sighing out all the way to your root. One more big breath. Sighing out your mouth when you're ready, relaxing your jaw, relaxing through your body with thanks, with blessings to the earth. And noticing how your root chakra feels now as you breathe around again in your own rhythm, charging with red earth energy. Let's now move up to our sacral chakra, Swadhisthana. And as we notice our sacral chakra, feeling into the petal lotus of each chakra, we notice the red earth chakra with 4 petals in each direction of north, east, south, and west, opening around us. And our sacral chakra with 6 petals of sensuality and creation, opening on top of these earth petals as the water nourishes the earth and as the lotus grows from the mud, rising through the depths of the water to the surface. With orange water light, focusing your breath around your pelvis, your pelvic bowl, your sacrum, Swadhisthana chakra. And as you circle around again, notice water energy connecting to the moon, to our feminine energy, to our flow in life, to move with change and to not push or try to dam your emotions, but to let them flow with ease. And this then bringing calmness, bringing clarity. Our sacral chakra also connects us to our sensuality and creativity, how we respond, how we react, how we choose, and how we connect. And as you breathe, maybe there's some clearing energy through the back of the chakra again as you sigh out anything that no longer serves you. Then inhale, filling up with water orange lights. As you exhale, sighing out. Inhale, the wave rises through you. Exhale, the wave washes, cleanses. Inhale, notice the wave again. Orange water light waving as you exhale, clearing. Taking a few breaths, noticing how this is different with the energy now. Let's now move up to our solar plexus chakra. Our solar plexus chakra above our navel in the lower rib at the middle point of the diaphragm connects us to our fire energy of the sun, of masculine energy, and yellow color shining bright. Now, solar plexus manipura chakra with 12 petals opening in all directions around and expanding with 10 petals opening in all directions around and expanding with a dancing flame within you, a flame of firelight, a flame to ignite you with passion, to sparkle up to your heart and to light up your lower chakras, this light within you with the solar quality of warming, of alchemy, of transformation. And noticing this with an inner flame or an inner sun energy as you breathe around, circling your breath, stoking your inner fire. And possibly as you inhale, the belly swells, your diaphragm moves down towards the lower organs. As you exhale, the belly draws in and your diaphragm lifts up, keeping that going for a few more rounds as you stoke your inner fire, the bellows of your breath, of your lungs, creating this transformation. And perhaps now you'd like to clear any energy through the back of your solar plexus, taking 3 sighing breaths again. Then inhale to rise with the flame and the sun within you. And an exhale, sighing out anything that no longer serves. Keeping that going, thinking about letting go of fear, of anger, resentment, of control, of ego, related power struggles. And as you clear now, inviting in your own empowerment, your own treasure, your own shining, your own positivity, your own inner smile. And this settling as you now move up to your heart chakra, anahata with green air energy, circling your breath, breathing with your lungs and your body, circling this breath around all your organs, oxygenating all of the cells, the atoms, your brain, the neurons, the synapses. And as you breathe, noticing the throat and the noise, and the air moving through your nostrils, creating this noise of the ocean wave, of your heart dancing with the lower chakras. And the lower chakras all form a downward pointing triangle. And this connects to your heart chakra as the lower chakras move down to this downward pointing tip of your root. The upper chakras move up from your heart center in a triangle, and the upper tip is your crown. So we connect to this star of our heart here, forming this star. And tonight, let's send the energy down to our root and then up to our heart, circling it round, circling round the star and through this triangle in your own way. Noticing your heart expanding with grounded security, strength, and healthiness, with flowing, with life, with change, with creation, with your own shining, your own empowerment, your own inner flame to dance in your heart, absorbing this, opening, freeing, and empowering you through your heart with love and grace for yourself and for all others. And as you breathe around your heart with 12 petals opening of the lotus flower of your heart, 12 petals on top of the 10, the 6, and the 4. 12 petals to blossom with softness and noticing maybe a fragrance from your heart with the air and the green glowing of growth, noticing the energies of forgiveness, of acceptance, of inner self-love and inner knowledge from your heart, from your soul, noticing the energies of gratitude and appreciation, and this smile lifting to your heart as it beams out your heart field in all directions, all the way around you. This massive, magnificent heart field that when we breathe in this coherent, balanced state, we're balancing our brain and our heart coherence fields, coming into a balance of our I am presence again. And now let's seal this all in, bringing your hands to your heart again, grounding to the earth, dropping from your heart to your root chakra and the earth, dropping this love all the way through you to the earth. As you bow to your heart, if you're seated and just relaxing, maybe your palms are to your heart if you're lying down. Noticing how you feel now. Maybe you can stay for just a few more moments, observing your breath and how you feel. And then from our hearts, let's set an intention to move through our lives with this awareness that we have achieved and grown with in our meditation. Setting an intention as a seed to drop from your heart to your root chakra. And this seed growing with your awareness, with your own blessing, blessing yourself and sending these blessings out to all. Noticing your intention, your heart's calling, your heart's prayer, your sankalpa, it's called in yogic terminology. And again, as we bow to our hearts, bowing to this soft whisper, this song of our intention, Great. In your own time, you can start to wiggle your fingers and thumbs again. Have a stretch out in any way that you like. Maybe taking the hands behind you if you're stretching with your seated posture, lifting your heart. Or you can just stretch out with the hands overhead if you're lying down. And if you're seated as well, stretching long. Then maybe making some shrugging or softly shaking out that. And let's just return to a comfortable seat to say goodbye. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Let's take our hands to our heart in Anjali Mudra once more, pressing the palms together as your gesture of honoring your own inner balance, honoring your heart and all of you, the wholeness of you. Let's close our eyes once again and bow to our hearts once again, bowing to each other, the light within each other is the light of all. Namaste.